Early information about the next lineup of Pixel 10 devices are starting to come out. In terms of the Pixel 9 devices, it got pretty positive reviews. It was praised for its advanced AI capabilities, camera capabilities, as well as its compact design. Now, the Pixel 9 Pro Fold did not fare as well, as its reviews was pretty mixed. It was praised for its Gemini AI capabilities, but it fell short in terms of productivity. So with the 10 lineup coming out for the Pixel devices, what can Google do to improve that? So we are getting information about what the Pixel 10 devices will look like, and in terms of its specs. The camera on the Pixel 10 device may disappoint some, so I'll give you all those details. And we're getting information, pictures, leaks about the Pixel 10 Pro Fold lineup as well. So in this video, I'm going to go over a lot of information about the Pixel 10 device lineup, the Pixel 10 Pro Fold, and what is going to power those next generation of devices. But before we dive deep into all the information, if you are new to this channel and enjoy staying up to date with the latest tech news, you've landed at the right spot. Do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit that like button if you enjoy this type of content. All right, let's roll right into this. The Google Pixel 10 Pro Fold has leaked, giving us first look at the upcoming foldable device. So this is an article out of phonereader.com. So like I said, the Pixel 9 Pro Fold did not get very good reviews. As I said, it was pretty mixed. So we are very curious as to what Google can do to improve the capabilities of the phone and make it a more viable contender for people who want to actually jump into the foldable realm. Now, we do have a lot of people out there who swear by the Google devices, and I'm sure they enjoyed the Pixel 9 devices. But for those of us on the outside, like I said, we were disappointed with some of that. So we want to know, what can Google do to actually improve that? Let's take a look at what they have planned for it. So the Pixel 10 Pro Fold appears to maintain the same form factor as before, as you can see here from the pictures and the videos here. So it's going to look very similar to the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. It's going to have the same camera setup as well, in terms of the housing it in the horizontal and the sizable inner displays as well. It's going to be pretty similar to what we got from the Pixel 9 Pro Fold. So speaking of the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, so it did feature a 6.3-inch external display. Again, that is on a pretty smaller size compared to a lot of foldables out there, as well as an 8-inch internal display. And obviously they both have OLED as well. Expectations is that the Pixel 10 Pro Fold will probably keep those same resolution, keep those same specs as well, along with the 16 gigabytes of RAM as well. I don't expect them to bump that up any further. Now, the Pixel 10 Pro Fold is expected to launch alongside the rest of the Pixel 10 lineup in August at its annual Made by Google event. Rumors suggest that this new foldable may debut at a lower price point compared to its predecessor. Now, if Google will be able to drop that price, make it more competitive, now that may be an extra selling feature for that. Google's Pixel lineup, not the foldable lineup, already starts at around like $800. This one here, I think it was like $1,700. So if they can drop this price down a little bit more, it may make it a little bit more appealing to some people out there who may be on the fence about a Google device, and that price point may give them something to actually look forward to and jump on that. So as you can see here in the pictures of the device, again, people love the design of it. I love the aspect ratio of that compared to what we get from Samsung. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see. More likely they will stick to that, but how people will respond to that going forward, and hopefully Google will be able to entice more people so they can sell more devices. Now, this was the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. Now, we also have information about the Pixel lineup as well for the Pixel 10 lineup. Report Google will downgrade base Pixel 10 cameras to max Pixel 9a, but they're going to add telephotos. So hearing that, that is a huge disappointment that the Pixel 10, the base one, will get a downgrade in terms of camera, but it will add the telephoto lens. But we'll go on here in this article here. Now, this is an article out of 9to5google.com. A telephoto camera has been expected for the Google's base Pixel 10 following prior leaks, but new reports suggest the main camera sensor will also end up seeing a downgrade. A source inside Google claiming that the Pixel 10 Pro and Pixel 10 Pro XL will share the same camera hardware as the Pixel 9a Pro generations. The base Pixel 10 though will swap out some of its camera capabilities entirely. So it looks like the Pixel 9a, if you have the Pixel 9a, then you have the same camera as the Pixel 10 Pro and Pixel 10 Pro XL. So not a downgrade, but definitely not an upgrade for the next generation. So just a little bit cost cutting there, but there's maybe a reason as to why that is, and I'll go over that just in a minute. The leak proposes that the Pixel 10 will add a telephoto camera with a 11 megapixel Samsung sensor being used for those zoom shots. Beyond all of that, in terms of the camera and the specs and what it is, it's pretty much going to be the same as in what we have in the Pixel 9a. So we know what the Pixel 9a has in terms of the Samsung lenses in there, the Sony as well in terms of the 48 megapixel camera, 13 megapixel camera Sony as well. So all those details are in this article, again linked down in the description if you want to go read that for more detail. So again, what I said about why they're probably sticking with the same camera setup for the Pixel 9a and in the 10, it will be because of the Tensor G5 chip, which is expected to be used in the new lineup. Tensor 5 G Specs reveal how Google is upgrading the Pixel 10 after switching to TSMC. Again, article out of AndroidProlease.com. The Tensor G5, a chip that ditches Samsung's involvement entirely. So for the first time, Google will not be working with Samsung, and they're going to be using TSMC for their next chip. So you see a lot of people now switching over to TSMC. Samsung is losing that business, but that's another video entirely. The Tensor G5, Google is said to be blending its proprietary designs, including the TPU, DSP, memory compressor, and audio compressor with select external technologies. This is all information that we have so far. The video codec ditches Google's custom Big Wave and Samsung's MFC in favor of Chipping Media's off-the-shelf solution. The display controller is also switching from Samsung's CPU to VeriSilicon's DC9000, making a notable shift in how visuals are handled on the Pixel 10. So this is probably a reason why they're keeping the same camera hardware, but what they're going to do is they're going to make up for it with the software, and the Tensor G5 is going to improve those capabilities of the camera. Tensor G5 likely won't shake up Pixel 10's performance too much, but with more control over the chip, Google could boost camera quality and make the system smoother with fewer bugs. Tensor G5 is expected to take the Pixel 10 experience up a notch with a heavy focus on next-gen AI smarts, top-tier camera performance, and efficiency. So that is probably why they're sticking with the same hardware. And don't forget that the AI capabilities that are built in as well, that's probably going to see a significant boost as well. That's going to make your pictures post-process, even during the process of taking pictures, look better. So that is all the information about the Google Pixel lineup that we have so far. But let me know what you guys think about what Google has planned for their next lineup down in the comment section down below. Does this information so far about the Google Pixel 10 lineup excite you, or are you looking for something more from Google? Let me know down in the comment section. Thank you once again for taking time out to watch this video. If you enjoy this type of video and want to stay up to date with the latest tech news, you landed at the right spot. Do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and hit the like button if you enjoy this video. Chances are you may have friends or family that enjoy this type of content, and if you do, make sure you share this with them. If you want to stay up to date with the latest tech news, head over to sound30.com, where I curate and aggregate tech news from around the web, covering Apple, Samsung, Google, Android, computing, and even more general tech news, all at the website sound30.com. And for even more tech news in video form, check out one of these two videos right here. Until the next video, guys, stay nerdy.